Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses. Now, if you've seen today, RJ and I, Ron, one of the leaders of Intuition Speaks, interviewed me today on the topic pertaining to intuition versus logic. And I want to give you, we were having many technical difficulties. It was bad, man. It was a good interview, but the technologies that we were blessed with, and the universe's efforts to rebuke our messages, well, mainly mine, were highly supported. What I want to say is intellect, logic is a beautiful, irrefutable, undefeatable truth. That's just how it is. I made a couple statements that were not the truth, and that's true. Do I believe that intellect or logic is more important than intuition? No, I don't believe that. No, I don't. I know that there has to be a perfect balance between the two. I know that for a fact. The sixth chakra is a chakra that is very important because this is the union, the home of the union of the Ida and the Pingala. The Ida and the Pingala are the masculine and feminine energies that make up the soul. So it would be totally ignorant and irresponsible for me as a spiritual leader to give you an inkling of that perception. Now, what we have to understand is when one wishes to manifest, there has to be a balance of pull and push, of electricity and magnetism, feminine and masculine. Creativity is what I named it. I was asked, can I define what spirituality is? Yes, I can, clearly, very logically. Spirituality, in my definition, is the introduction of what some people call God, what some people call the universe, the universal mind, the Akashic records. The union between sexuality and godhood, the masculine and feminine, into the mind, the body, and the soul. That's what spirituality is. Introducing God into the soul, introducing creativity in its purest form in the soul. Now, no disrespect to anyone who may follow a homosexual path, but there is no higher energy but the union between masculine and feminine, and that is proven. Two men or two women can do what they want to do, but when you have a man and a woman, there is no higher form of creativity, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a man and a woman, but the energies of a man and a man, there's going to be a lot of friction. There's going to be a lot of conflict. And it's not going to be apparent. It's not going to be something that is surface. It's not going to be something that's superficial. But the roles, the natural flow of masculine and feminine, and we're going to take gender out of this. We're going to take the physical form of genitalia out of this, because that's not what it's about. But taking two, fire and air, water and earth, these two forms of energies can never produce the same amount of success or product, the same potency as the opposing energies, because that's just not how the universe works. That's just not a part of the plan. That is just not written in the universe. That is just not written in the stars. Share this video, guys. So when AaroniMoses said that masculine energy, masculine bodies operate better when using the logic, when I said that society accepts erratic and unmeasurable energy, that is again universal law. Logic and intuition, feminine and masculine, right? Pete, see, I want you to see how the formula works. Now, in all societies, universally, masculinity is more accepted as something that is undefined. Whatever a man does in a lot of these nations is unmeasurable. That is not how logic works. That is intuition. That is intuition. Intuition is immeasurable. Logic is a very concentrated, focused entity. You know, I have Mars tattooed on my hand for a reason. It's grounded, it's centered, it's on its purpose, and it's free. That is not intuition. Intuition is not grounded. Intuition is grounded. Intuition is focused. Intuition is free. But intuition, I meant logic. I'm sorry. Logic is not free. Logic is very focused. It's very grounded, but it's not free. Intuition is free. So when we have something like intuition, intuition is more identified with masculinity. If you tell a man that wearing a dress is feminine, that putting on makeup is feminine, speaking with a high voice is feminine, that is not the definition of masculinity. Masculinity is the pure definition of doing what it wants. Femininity, unfortunately, doesn't have that luxury. Femininity in most cultures is defined under very strict, specific definitions. So femininity, the energies of femininity, is more identified with logic. I'm going to put you on something else. The female body, the female brain, is set up in a better position to be more logical than a man's brain, because the prefrontal cortex is more functional in a woman. The difference between a man's brain and a female's brain is one of the two important things in the female's brain and a man's brain is that the prefrontal cortex is much more effective in a woman, and the amygdala is much smaller. What the amygdala does is it scans its surroundings for danger, gives you anxiety, gives you depression, makes you scan your environment for danger. The prefrontal cortex is the equivalent to the steering wheel and the gas and the brakes of a car, right? With that being said, why does the female brain, why do women typically not use this part of the brain that is much more effective than the male brain? Prefrontal cortex. Because women have a disposition, I'm just going to say it like this. Women have more hormones, chemicals that disrupt the effectiveness of that prefrontal cortex. When a woman's body is more balanced and more healthy with specific hormones, they are more effective than a man because of this part of the brain. Now, I'm going to give you the scenario. I learned from a woman how to activate my reptilian brain. And what the reptilian brain does, I'm going to get off this right after this. I promise. Share this video. I'm going to go live for free readings, and I'm going to do a 12 zodiac reading for that new moon, for the eclipse, and bless you guys. Last thing I'm going to say about the brain. I learned from a woman how to activate my reptilian brain. And what the reptilian brain does, it is a filter for the information that cannot be immediately given to either the left brain or the right brain, the feminine brain and the masculine brain. That is the job of the reptilian brain, is to filter information that is not immediately given to the left brain or the right brain. When I did this, yes, I was less emotional. Yes, I felt less pain. Yes, I felt less anxiety. But at the end of the day, we have to realize, I'm not saying the reptilian brain is the undisputable truth, because it can turn into something very dark, which is why I stopped working with it, because I wasn't balanced in my workings. I wasn't. But what needs to go on is perfect balance. When you want to manifest, yes, I gave you my formula: earth, air, fire, water. And the steps to those are interchangeable. Water's the plan, fire is the action, air is the technology and the knowledges, and earth is what we surround ourselves with, the energies that we surround ourselves with, because earth is the formation of the previous elements. But the fact of the matter is, there's feminine and masculine to all four of the elements. So your fire could be the plan, your water could be the action, your earth can be the technology, and your air could be the energies that surround you. Is logic better than intuition? That's impossible, because that goes against spirituality. Is about balance. This is why when I meditate, everything that I do, it's logical to meditate. First of all, it's logical to meditate, but all the meditations that I do are intuitive. All the knowledges that I give you, all the game I give you, is intuitive. These things can be found in books. I do go off of science. I do go off of quantum physics. I do go off of basic physics, basic psychologies, basic sociologies. And what I like to tell the supporters, the family, is that everything that can be found in the body, as above is so, that's another law. As above is so below. How you build the power of your soul is how you build the muscles in your body. If you want to build the powers of your soul, it's the same very basic principles of how you build the power of your body. Feed your body, feed your muscles what it's made out of. Expand it, contract it, relax it. Easy, simple. All right. So it's logical, but the information came intuitively. There's not one that's better than another. That's impossible. That's ignorant to say. And that would be very irresponsible for somebody to tell another person. I would never in my days tell anybody that logic, intellect, using a rational mind, and being a specific part of the brain is better. No. Because that is not the definition of spirituality. Why a lot of people don't think there's 13 signs is because the universe works in even numbers a lot of the time. Not every time, but a lot of the times. So for there to be 13 signs, that's another debate. I'm not going to talk about that here. But is logic better than intellect? I mean, than intuition? No, it's not. You do need logic. It's not impossible. And when RJ asked me about why, if men were better off using logic for their magic, I went on to say, I don't know if you could hear me, but that men were better off tapping into that the childhood mentality. Not everything can be imagined because there's limits. When women do magic, I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. When women do magic, when anybody does anything, I'm going to give it to you like this. I didn't want to say it like this, but if I'm with my buddy, right, hanging out with the fellas, and I'm like, hey, bro, you see her right there with the tie-dye dress, bro? You think I should go talk to her? And he would say, no, bro, because you don't have enough, starts with a G. You don't have enough game, right? The definition of game, the definition of spirituality, the definition of a spell, the definition of a ritual is being able to use the innate knowledge that women have to socially maneuver through life, using these knowledges with a masculine mind. We all need both. We all need the feminine behaviors expressed in a masculine way, or you can use the masculine behaviors expressed in a feminine way. This is how this is why this rap game is like how it is right now. We all need both. We all need balance. We all need to have this game. The irrefutable, undisputable. Because this is what art is. It's art. Is art masculine or feminine? Is art logical or intuition? When I speak, is this... No, what I'm saying is not logical. But somebody's giving this to me. Somebody that I don't know. Somebody I've never met. Something that I connect to frequently is giving this to me. This is not mine. If you make music, you logically don't have a reason to be charging people for your music because it's not yours, because you didn't invent it. You don't... If my village has apples and your village has pears, but we need the nutrients from pears and you need the nutrients from apples, there's logically no reason for business to exist. Logically. Because we're going to need each other eventually. Business and money and certain things are really just meant for weak people who can't balance the two. Money, value, these things are logical now. So to answer your question, is my logic based off of belief? No. It's based off of intuition. But there has to be one. Where there's one, there's going to be another. Did the chicken come first or the egg? And I had a 9-year-old ask me that. And she had a really valid answer. And I was thinking about that all night. Outside smoking cigarettes, like, the chicken or the egg? I mean, chicken does taste better than eggs, but like on some other stuff, you know? But anyways. Logic is the truth. Logic is the irreversible, undisputable, beautiful. But intuition, it's immeasurable. Just like I really want to just leave you with this. I want to leave you with this, and I'm gonna get on and get up out of here. There's no such thing. Sorry to tell you, all the powerful people out there, all the beautiful, all that. I want to say everybody on here. I'm looking at these profile pictures. Everybody is like me. Everybody, we all have big heads. We're all ugly. We have big heads. Your head. Vlad, Lauren, Celeste. Your head is way too big for your body. the proportions, they just don't make sense. I'm just playing. But what I do want to say is, there's no such thing as an alpha male. There's no such thing as a beta male, an omega, a zeta, a theta. I don't know the whole Greek alphabet, but Kappa. I've never been in a paternity or a fraternity. But what I do want to say is, if you think you're an alpha male, you're absolutely wrong. You know why? Because everybody, alpha male or female, everybody has an alpha in them. Everybody that's an alpha has a beta. We all are. This is what God is. If you think you know God, you don't. We're all a part of this beautiful diamond. We all have sides to us. We're all pieces of pieces of pieces of pieces. We're all cells. If you think you're an alpha male, start over, bro. Press restart. Because there's something about you. Being a real alpha means acknowledging and accepting your beta, omega, theta, zeta, the rest of the alphabet. Universal law. We all come from the same place. And I'm not going to let anybody, and again, RJ and Neff, I don't feel attacked at all, but I'm not going to let anybody tell me that what I'm doing with my mind isn't correct, because my mind is beautiful. My intuition is beautiful. My intuition speaks. It's not supposed to speak. It's always supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a part of me. One of my meditations, how I work with my Kaaba. I am my higher self, and my higher self is me. I'm raising the vibrations of my lower vibrational self, and I'm lowering the vibrations of my higher vibrational self. That's my favorite affirmation. Okay, so if anybody's having any money issues, what I want you to say is, I'm feeling a lot of positive energy. Thank you. I'm about to play an organ real quick for you, bro. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a lot of positivity. If you're having any money issues, what I want you to say is, a lot of people, what they like to say is, wow, how am I going to get this money? This 35, man. Don't say that. Never say, how am I going to get this money? I want you to say, you want you to say this. You just didn't know it. You want you to say, I am you, you are me. What you want to say is, how am I going to raise my vibration to naturally attract the things that I want more of? How am I going to raise my vibration to naturally attract this money or these resources, or fill in the blank, that I already have? More of it. The word more, M-O-O, not that word, M-O-R-E, more. Never say, a lot of us don't know how to use affirmations. Never say, I have money, I am a money magnet. I am more of a money magnet. I have more of the resources that I have. I have more of these things. More of it. I'm going to give you another one of my, this is probably, I lied before. This is probably my favorite frame of affirmations. I am more confident than I was yesterday, or more beautiful, or more in love with myself, or more abundant. I am more abundant than I was yesterday, today, and I will be more abundant tomorrow. Because the universe already knows you have it. You already know you have it. When you study these things called therapies, when you study these things called apathies, ologies, psychology, sociology. This is the psychology, math, why I keep saying sociopathy? Psychopaths thinking about me right now. Psychology, sociology, math, these different dynamics, these different languages of the earth, of this universe, when you study these things, you have to understand this is how the universe works. Something called, I want you to research something called cognitive behavioral therapy. That's magic. That's magic. Okay? So taking something the universe already knows you have, it's already in you. When you want more confidence, when you want more money, when you want more value, self-love, you have to understand it's already there. It's already there. When you want more confidence, all you have to do is meditate on you doing something more confident. That's very simple. Recreate that energy inside you. Recreate the energy inside you. This is why I said in the interview, when the question was, can I logically explain spirituality? Logically, what spirituality is the recreation of God, the recreation of the universe, the recreation of how I say it to Christians. What is spirituality? The recreation of the stuff that God is made of inside you. The formation, the fusion of feminine and the union of feminine and masculine energies inside you. And that's how AaroniMoses communicates what spirituality is in its essence. And how did I do that? With logic. So that's it, man. Definitely gonna have to replay this so I can write this down. Definitely resonates. Well, thank you, Vladimir. Thank you, brother. Sasha, everybody, I'm going live tomorrow. I might wake up early in the morning and bless you guys with some free readings. We did really well. We did so. I was on the phone. I was like, Mom, guess how many live streams I got yesterday? And she was like, how many? Why you call me? You call me. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, 1.4K, Mom. And she was like, what? I knew you should have dropped out of college. I was like, I know. That loan. She was like, I got you. Just do like 3,000. So look, do 3,000. Next time, I need like 200 shares. Then my mom's gonna pay my student loans, and I'm gonna be moving to Louisiana as soon as possible. But that's the move, man. That's the move. I'm moving to New Orleans in a couple months. I don't know how they're gonna treat me, bro, because I'm a big Falcons fan, and man, we don't play. I'm a dirty bird, bro. Falcons fans don't play. So I don't know how they're gonna accept me in my new home in Louisiana, New Orleans specifically. So pray for me. But life is in the breath, man. This is why I say life is in the breath. I'm gonna make a video explaining why my group's name is Life is in the Breath. Life is in the breath. True wisdom comes from the heart. Okay? I didn't make this up. I didn't. Music's not yours. Your possessions they came from the universe. It's kind of strange that people charge for music because, they're really vessels. This is literally the last thing I'm going to say. Yes, Amanda. The last thing I'm going to say is I charge for my readings because I'm charging for my time. I'm charging for, not my gifts per se, because you can read yourself. We all are blessed with these energies to be able to read ourselves. And I'm not charging you for my gifts because they're not mine. They're yours too. You just, whatever value that you give yourself or time that you take away from yourself to be able to access these gifts, these answers, and things like that. That's up to you. But what I do is I charge for my services, something that is intangible. My time, my energy, and the unique style that I use to communicate to you. The fact that I paid for these cards, I take care of them. They love me. We speak together. I sleep with my cards every day. my stones, my oils, and this is how I communicate the messages that you already have inside you. I don't use my energy to give you your readings. You give me the energy. I use my energy to regurgitate it to you, and that's your reading from you, not me. I don't have anything to do with it besides the mouth. But this is why I charge, $7 per question, $25 for a 15 to 30 minute session. I say 15 to 30 minutes because sometimes they're a little bit longer, sometimes they're a little bit shorter. They've never actually been shorter. You can ask any of my repeating customers, clients, supporters, whatever they like to call them, family. But I charge $7 for one question, $25 for 3 questions, and that lasts usually 30 minutes. Shortest one was, bro, why don't you have on a shirt? Jimmy, come here. That's my son, sorry. And then that's voice call. So that's I'll call you over Facebook it's really an unlimited amount of cards that I pull for 3 questions. And then my money spells are anywhere from $30 to $150. My revenge spells range very widely. I do love spells as well. I don't do can you make him break up with her and then bring him back. I don't do those things. But contact me. Go like the page, AaroniMoses. Go join my group, Life is in the Breath. Life is in the breath. It's AaroniMoses. Breathe it in. America. Anubis in America. Base. Oh, shit.